Hello children, I welcome you all to class 4th Social Studies. This is Ashalata Jagdish. Today you are going to learn second semester chapter 1, that is resource. Before starting the lesson, let's understand what is the meaning of resource. Resource is anything or any material or tool which is needed and which will help people to satisfy their needs is called as resource. Let me explain it once again. Resource is anything or material that satisfies the human need. Okay children? So let's start. In this lesson we are going to learn about the two types of natural resources and the importance of human resource. These are the two main points which you are going to learn in this lesson. First one is types of natural resources and the importance of human resource. Okay, so before this, let's understand what is a natural resource. A natural resource is anything that is a gift of nature and help people use it to fulfill their needs. So natural resource is a gift of nature. You cannot create it. Natural resource cannot be created. Okay, resource means the material which we are using or which will satisfy the human needs is called as resource. But natural resource is in nature only. So the natural thing which is a gift of nature and that satisfies the people needs is called as natural resource. Okay children? So it cannot be created. It exists in the nature only. Some of the examples are air, water, soil, wood, minerals and solar energy. Solar energy is sun's energy, you can say. So these are available in nature for us, is it? We cannot create air, we cannot create water. So we can only use it and it will satisfy our need. Air, we use it to breathe, water we drink. Then soil is very important. Then wood, minerals, wood we make furnitures and minerals we use for making the tools, machines and all. Then solar energy. It is the energy which we get from sun. Energy means what? Which is making the things to move or changing its state is called as energy. Is it? So using solar energy you can cook food, heat water, light the street lights. So these are the uses of solar energy. Like this we are making the use of the natural things. Is it? So it's called as natural resource. These are available in nature only. We didn't create it. Is it? So some of the these all natural resources are used by human beings. It exists in the environment and hence we must use it carefully. Is it? We should not waste water or we should not waste the minerals. Is it? So you need to use it very carefully. So let's start. There are two types of natural resources. One is exhaustible or non-renewable resource and the second one is inexhaustible or renewable resource. So these are little words are little hard, is it? So you need to buy these words. Exhaustible, E-X-H-A-U-S-T-I-B-L-E, exhaustible, and I-N-E-H-H-A-U-S-T-I-B-L-E. So these are the words which are little difficult. So you need to buy these words. Okay children? So exhaustible or non-renewable resources. This is the first one. And the second one is inexhaustible or renewable resources. So exhaustible means what? Which will get finished off. Is it? Exhaustible means which will get finished off is called as exhaustible. non-renewable, you cannot make it new. So both are same. Once if you use, you cannot make it new. So it will get exhausted. Both the exhaustible and non-renewable are same here. And inexhaustible or renewable resource. Here you see inexhaustible, which will not get finished off even after using it. Is it? Renewable means you can make, you will get it in a when you, once if you use, you may get it again. So it's called as renewable resource. So these two are same, inexhaustible and renewable resource. Okay children, these are the two types of natural resources which we will see in detail now. Okay. So now let's study about what are non-renewable resources children. So here you see non-renewable resources or exhaustible resources are those that are irreplaceable after use. Coal, petroleum, metals like copper and iron are found deep inside the earth. They cannot be replaced. So this is about exhaustible resources or non-renewable resources. These are the resources that are irreplaceable. What do you mean by irreplaceable here? Irreplaceable means which we cannot bring it again back to the same position. See, once if this chalk is used, again is it possible to make the same? No. Is it? So we cannot replace the same chalk again. So that's called as irreplaceable. After use, once if it is used, it will be finished off. So you cannot replace it again. Such things are called as non-renewable resources. So what are these? Exhaustible or non-renewable resources are those that are irreplaceable after use. Some of the examples are coal, petroleum, metals like copper and iron are found deep inside the earth. So metals, where do you find? We find metals deep inside the earth. We need to dig it and filter it to make pure metals. Then only it is possible for us to make things out of this iron and copper. We use gold and silver to make jewelries and all. Is it? So we have to dig the earth, then we have to filter these all metals and use it. So coal, petroleum, metals, these all come under the earth only. From the earth we are digging and taking. So it is very important to conserve and use the non-renewable resources wisely. See, these all things we can use it and make new things, create new things. But they get exhausted. Exhausted means finished off, completely unavailable. Is it? So once if you use, it takes long time to form it again. If the metals, once if we dig and take it out from the earth, it takes long time to form this metal again inside the earth. So only it is very important for us to conserve. Conserve means what? We need to use it carefully. Is it? Conserve means it is save, we can say. We need to save these things for the future use. So how much is needed? Without wasting it, we need to use this metals and all resources. Okay. Coal and petroleum are important non-renewable resources. Coal is mainly used as fuel to cook food and generate electricity and run steam engines and run machines in the factories. So these are the uses of coal. Coal can be used to cook food, run the steam engine and to run the machines in the factories. We use this coal. Once if it is used, it will turn into ash. So you can to form coal again it takes lot of time. Is it? So only it is called as non-renewable resource. Petroleum is converted to petrol and diesel in refineries. Refineries means what here? where this petroleum is filtered. See, it comes in the form of crude oil. Petroleum, it is not in the pure form. So, we'll transfer it to the refineries where it will be filtered and separated as petrol, kerosene and diesel and petroleum products like that. So, there it will be filtered and made into pure form. So, they are used to run automobiles, ships and aeroplanes. Petroleum is also known as black gold. See, gold we call for which is shining, is it? Which will be shining and attractive. We call gold, is it? And petroleum is called as black gold. Its color will be black in color, okay, and it is valuable like gold only, okay. So only it's called as black gold. Petroleum products will be first refined, then it will be used to run the machines or automobiles, two-wheelers, four-wheelers and all, ships and aeroplanes. So only we need to use it very carefully. Okay children. So now let's study about the renewable resource. An inexhaustible resource does not get reduced even after it is used. Some of the examples are air, water and sunlight. These are used continuously and they are available whenever needed. So here renewable resources or inexhaustible resources. These are the resources which does not get reduced even after use. See, every day we are inhaling, we are using air to breathe in and water to drink. Daily we get sunlight. Have you any time have you observed it becoming less? No. Is it? Why? Because they are available in nature. So, these are the things which are used continuously by humans or plants and animals. See, plants also need air and water, sunlight. Animals also need air, water and sunlight. Human beings also need air, water and sunlight. These are used continuously but still are available in plenty. So, these are called as renewable or inexhaustible resources. Air we need to breathe, water we need to drink and sunlight we need to survive. Is it? Then also it is available since so many years it's there and till so many years it will be there on the earth. So, it will not get finished off. So, only it's called as renewable resources. So, all living organisms require all these things but still they are available. So, these are called as the renewable resources. Soil is another inexhaustible resource. Soil is very important for the survival of the life on the earth. See here, soil, we need soil for what purpose? We need soil to grow the plants. If plants are not there, then no living organisms will live on earth, is it? So, they all depend on soil and they all depend on plants and plants depend on soil to grow. Can you imagine land without soil? No. So, it should be avoided by not cutting trees and plants. See, whenever it rains heavily, fertile soil also gets drained in that water. So, it is very important to plant trees and plants so that it will stop the soil and its plant's roots will hold the soil firmly in that place only, and this avoids the soil erosion. So, you should not cut plants and trees anymore without if it is not necessary, you should not cut the plants and trees. Solar energy is used extensively for various activities. Solar energy also we use for various other activities like cooking food, heating water and lighting the street lights. Solar energy is used in villages for irrigation and to turn water pumps. To run the water pumps, see, water is very needed for irrigation. To run that pump, they use solar energy. If they use electricity, they will get more bill, is it? They need more water. So they will use solar energy, which is free of cost. So using this solar energy, they will do the irrigation. Wind energy is used to generate electricity. This is done by setting up huge windmills. See, when you move out to some places where hills are there, there you find a fan-like structure. It will be always rotating due to wind. And it's not fan, it is a windmill. We call it as windmill, which rotates and generates the electricity. Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Gujarat and Kerala are few places where windmills are set up. So these are the states which are using wind energy to generate electricity. Which are the states? Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Gujarat and Kerala. These are the few states, few places where windmills are set up to use the wind as to generate electricity. Okay children, this is all about renewable and non-renewable resources. So in the next session, we will meet with the importance of human resource. In that session, I will explain you about human resources. Till then, take care. Thank you.